911, do you need police, fire, ambulance?
Police.
What's the emergency?
My children haven't been in school for 4 days, and I keep getting a call from their school that they're not in school. So something's wrong, and so I need an Amber Alert.
What's the address of your emergency?
The address that I have for them is 1805 111 A Street.
1805 111 Main Street?
Yes.
Okay, and is your phone number 587-712-0639?
Yes.
Okay, stay on the line. I'm going to transfer you over to police, okay? Stay on the line.
All right.
All agents are currently busy. Please stay on the line.
I'm still here with you. We're just waiting for police to pick up.
Okay.
All agents are currently busy. Please stay on the line.
Thank you for your patience. We're just
Yeah.
waiting for police to pick up.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, 911. What's the event number?
5679.
5679. I have that here. Thank you. Hi, caller. The address of the emergency is 1805 111 A Street.
Yes.
Okay, and your phone number is 587-712-0639.
Yes.
Is there an apartment number there?
As far as I know, no.
Okay. And your first name?
Nanya, Nanya.
Okay, tell me what's going on today.
My children have not been to school since last Friday. I keep getting phone calls from the school letting me know that my son hasn't been in school, and I have no idea, other than the address that I gave you, what's going on, and they haven't been in school. They just started school, so I'm concerned that the ex-wife, Nicole, has probably done something to the children because they like going to
And does she
school.
have sole custody of them?
She has no court order. She kidnapped them. All she has she has no court order, nothing signed by any justice.
Okay, so you have full custody of them.
Well, this is where they're living. This is their address. I registered my son for school back in March. This address, not the one I gave you, but my address is where they're supposed to be because that's where they're going to school. It's just up the street. So she has no court order. She has nothing.
Right, so who, would she have picked them up from school?
No, she actually took them and left on August 7th. So there is no court order. She violated 283 of the Canada Criminal Code because she didn't get consent from me. I told her to bring the children home. She refused. So now they start school, and the schools are calling me, telling me that the children are not at school, but they say they know where she's at. I'm like, well, you guys aren't telling her to bring the children to school? So now I have to call, and I just got off the phone with my son's school with the principal. And I told him, well, I'm going to call 911. I need to put an Amber Alert out because this is ridiculous. This is the 4th day they haven't been at school. So I'm concerned she's done something to them.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm understanding. Yes. So August 7th, she took them.
Yes, she took them on August 7th.
Okay, and at that time, did she have, visitation rights or anything like that?
Nope.
No? Okay, nope. But was there a parenting order in place at that time or no?
Nope.
Okay. So if there's no parenting order in place, both parents have rights to the children at that time?
Yes.
Okay, so August 7th, she had rights to the children as well. I'm just making sure I understand that, Paul.
August 7th, she left around 10:30 and took the children without consent. And then 12:06 a.m. on August 8th, she called me to tell me she was sitting in the parking lot at the Denny's on Gateway Boulevard. And I said, bring the children home. They don't need to be out past midnight. And then when she was I asked her about that, come on, they don't need to be out at this point. She went and hung the phone up. Then she called me 7:41 a.m. on August 8th, saying that she slept in the car with the children and she's going to Movati and Windermere to go take a shower. And I have not seen them since August 7th, and I spoke with them briefly on August 9th for about maybe 10 seconds on the phone. So since then, I have not seen them. I have not spoken with them. She's made no arrangements to have a third-party site where I could see the children.
Okay.
And
Just bear with me. I'm just going to make sure I'm writing everything down
yes,
here. So,
yes.
So there was no parenting order. Did you guys just kind of
Nope.
like share time here and there,
No,
or
she
like
just she just up and took off and left.
Okay, so where did she pick them up from?
From the home. We were at home. She was still living here with me August 7th.
Oh, I understand. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
and then she just took off and left, and then kept the children, and she's kept them since there. I haven't seen them. Like I said, I spoke to them the one time. So that's kidnapping. And now the school I've
Well,
registered.
it's not, because if there's no order in place at that time saying she doesn't have rights to the children, then it's not kidnapping. She has rights to the children just as much as you do.
You're giving an opinion because I've read the Canada Criminal
I'm not
Code.
giving you an opinion.
They have to have consent from the other parent. That's Section 283
No, they don't.
paragraph. Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
they do.
but they don't.
You're giving an opinion. I've already went in front of
I'm
justice.
not.
I've went in front of both of us were in front of a justice on August 29th, and I said the same thing, and the justice did not correct me because I cited 283 paragraph 1 of the Canada Criminal Code.
I'll just leave it at that, okay?
Good.
But just bear with me here because I'm
Yes.
just typing some information.
Yes.
So just give me a minute or I'll
Yes.
put you on hold, okay?
Yes.
Just give me a moment.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just making sure I write down the timeline here. So August 7th, you spoke to her. She said she was sleeping in the car with the children. What happened after that?
No, August 7th, she took the children.
Sorry, yes, and then August 8th. Sorry, yes.
And August
that's what I had.
8th at 12:06 a.m.
Yeah.
She called to say she wasn't coming back home. And I said, well, bring the children back. Then August 8th at 7:41 a.m., she called to say she slept in the car with the children, which of course is child endangerment. And so
I don't need all these
after
specific
that-
details because that's for the police to figure out. I just kind of need to understand. So what happened after August 8th?
After August 8th, I spoke with the children on August 9th for 10 seconds. And then since then, I spoke with her the August 11th. Yeah, that was a Monday. Briefly. And then since then, that has been it. There hasn't been any communication. And then she...
Okay, and so then you went to the before justice of the peace or a judge or whatever on August 29th. What was that for?
No, that wasn't in front of a justice of the peace. That was King's Bench. King's Bench was King's Bench was dealing with the EPO that she got on August 18th. So
an EPO against you?
Yes, on August 18th.
For you, her, and the children?
No, for her and their schools. And the justices said, no, you didn't put the children on the EPO, so you can't put their schools. So they said,
what do you mean she got an EPO against a school?
No, she got an EPO against me.
Yes, that's what I said, okay.
But it only had her and the children's schools, saying I could not go to the children's schools. And the justices said, no, you can't do that. You didn't put the children's names on the EPO, so you can't put the schools on the EPO, and therefore the father can go to the schools. You can't.
Okay, what happened after that?
After that, was that the 29th. So after that, the 29th, okay, yeah. So after that, last Thursday, I went to the school because that was my daughter's birthday. I left a present there at the school for her. And then I saw that Nicole was driving my car, and the car's insurance was up as of August 29th, and the car's registration was up on August 31st. So
Okay.
I recorded her driving the car, meaning she would drop the daughter off, and then she was
Okay,
going to drop my son
that's
off.
fine. I want to know about when you attended the Justice of the Peace. What happened on there?
That was August 29th. They gave her another
Yep.
they gave her another 10 days to get her stuff because she didn't get her stuff from August 18th to August 28th. So they gave her another 10 days, and the justice said, I need an affidavit from you, sir, and then we will reconvene on the...
From who, sorry?
From me. He needed a...
Okay.
He requested an affidavit from me. So I did that on September 2nd. So
Yeah.
that's done. So since then, there was an emergency custody order, which I filed, and we went to that. That was on September 2nd. So September 2nd, we have the emergency custody order. There's supposed to be a parental resolution on the 17th. But in lieu of what she's been doing currently, the children aren't in school, and her...
So the emergency custody order was for what? The children to be returned to you?
Yes.
And did she have a certain amount of time to do that, or what did that look like?
No, with what it was I filed that, but the justice said go to resolution on the 17th of September. And so the only thing is I just have to put in the documents that I want and what needs to be resolved. So currently with the schools calling me and I'm seeing that I can go on their school zone that they're not going to school, I'm like, what's going on here? So that's...
Yeah, but my question is, what exactly did the emergency custody order say?
No, the emergency custody order was a hearing. There was no...
Okay, so there's still no order in place for the children to be returned to you.
No, we're having a resolution currently. There's supposed to be a resolution. In the
So there's no order in place for either party to be responsible for the children right now?
Yes, and there's also no consent that was given. So this is where the schools are calling me to tell me that they're not in school. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know where they're at. So if they're not going to school, what's going on? That's going to be a problem because this is like every day.
So from the sounds of it, from what I'm understanding, is there's no custody order in place whatsoever to deem which parent has custody of the children, correct?
Correct.
So there is no kidnapping then?
Well, there is kidnapping because...
There's not, though.
Yes, there is. You're giving me an opinion. I said this to S.
Okay, well,
Amandia.
I'm going to put you on hold and clarify with my supervisor.
Yes,
you but
do
I mean,
that.
it's not my first time doing this for sure, but give me a moment. I'll be right back with you.
You're not... Oh, okay. Hold on. All right.
Okay, so before we continue with that conversation, I'm just going to get some more information. So this address you gave me, whose address is that?
That's her address. That's what she used for registering our daughter.
Okay, so we think she might be living there, or no? We're not sure.
Might be. Don't know.
Okay.
Not sure. The bus driver contacted me via text yesterday for picking up my daughter, and I said, well, where are you picking her up at? And then he gave the 111 A Street. So I said, oh, okay.
Okay.
So I said, so that must
What
be
is Nicole's last name?
Nicholas, Nicholas.
And her birthday?
Her birthday is July 1st, 1977.
And what's her phone number?
587-501-7262.
Okay. Okay, and your information, just spell your first name for me one more time. I want to make sure I had it right.
Nanya is the first name.
Perfect. Okay, and your last name?
EIL.
Sorry, say it again. C-I-L? Did I
No,
get that right?
E is in Edward, I is in iodine, L is in Larry.
Okay. And your birthday?
February 20th, 1971.
Okay. And what is your home address?
1026 106th Street, Northwest.
Okay. And how many children are involved? How many kids do you have?
2.
Okay, and go ahead with your daughter's name.
Her name is Empress.
Spell it for me.
Empress.
Perfect. And her last name?
EIL.
Perfect. And her birthday?
September 4th, 2018.
2018. Okay. Okay, and your son's name?
Majesty.
Majesty. M-A-J-E-S-T-Y?
Correct.
Okay, and same last name, E-I-L?
Correct.
And his birthday?
October 31st, 2020.
Perfect. Okay. Now that I have that information, I'm going to put you on another brief hold and just do a couple of checks, and then I'll be right back with you, and we can kind of talk about everything from there. Okay, so just give me a quick
Correct.
moment, and I'll be right back.
Yes, thank you.
for holding.
Yes.
So I'm going to again reiterate what I've said, and it is not kidnapping. Okay, I've done my job, and I know it's not my first time doing this, but I've also confirmed with my supervisor, and it is not kidnapping. There's no parenting order in place to determine who has custody of the children. So it is not kidnapping. She's told you she's left with the children, right? And it is not kidnapping.
No, she didn't tell me she left with the children. She left with the children.
Yeah, and then she told you she wasn't coming back with them, though.
Then she called back afterwards saying she's sitting in a parking lot and slept overnight in the car with the children.
She told you she's not coming back with them. But,
so that's
but
child
regardless of
endangerment.
that, it is not kidnapping, okay?
You're entitled to your opinion.
It's not an opinion, it's a fact.
I said this in court to a justice, and the justice did not correct me. That's on the record. So that's not subject to debate.
That's not what I can see. If you don't agree with it, you can certainly go down to a police station and talk to a uniformed police officer, but I can guarantee they're going to tell you the same thing. Okay?
That's fine. You're entitled to that. My concern is...
I am entitled to telling you the facts, yes.
I didn't say that. You did. I'm concerned about where are the children. They have not been going to school. This is day 4.
Okay.
So I'm concerned that she's harming them. This is 4 days they haven't gone to school. They love going to school. So they're not at school. So this is why I need an Amber Alert.
We're not putting out an Amber Alert because there's no kidnapping that has taken place. And Amber Alerts are specifically for children who have been kidnapped.
Okay, so where are my children then?
It's not up for me to tell you that. It's not up for me to disclose that to you.
Oh, so you know where they are?
No, I don't, actually. I don't know anything about your family. I'm just telling you, if I did, I wouldn't have that access or that right to disclose that to you.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But I'm saying it's 4 days that they have not been at school. This is the start of the school year. So it's 4 days. I went and saw that the bus driver came by there. So chances are he never picked up my daughter. And the fact that he contacted me, the fact that I spoke with both the principals, they recognized me as the stable parent. So now I'm getting calls, the children are not in school. I don't know where they...
So you're going to have to go to the courthouse again, go to family court, and obtain a custody order then.
I told you I've already done that. We're having a hearing on the 17th.
Yeah, so then you'll have to wait until the 17th, right?
In the meantime, the children are not at school, so you don't find that strange? 4 days the children have not been to school. The schools are calling me. I don't have them. I don't have them. So if I don't have them...
Yeah, well, we can do a check on welfare for the children if that's what you need. But
that's
it's not a kidnapping and it's not child endangerment.
Well, this is what I'm going to need to make sure the children are alive and she didn't kill them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, we can certainly do that.
Good.
Try and locate them if we don't know where they're living.
Well, the schools have told me. The schools have told me. They said they know where she is. So I'm like, well, then why aren't you telling her to bring the children to school so they can get school?
Because she has an EPO against you. They cannot disclose that information.
No.
You're not even supposed to be asking about her.
No. The thing is, the schools are contacting me. I'm saying I don't know where she is. The EPO says I can go to the schools and anything pertaining to the education, there is no bar.
Sure.
This is right there. I'll read the order for you. It says it right here.
No, I don't need it. That's okay.
Okay, good. So therefore, now that they're not going to school for 4 days, I can make inquiries. Where are the children? So if it's a wellness check that needs to be done, good. Then go.
Sure.
Then you guys call her and find out where the children are. Make sure the children are all right, because the U.S. consulate, who I've been in touch with, and the U.S. Department of State, they want to know what's going on.
The U.S. Department of State wants to know where they are?
Yes,
is that what you said?
Yes.
Why are the U.S. concerned?
Because somebody tried to get a travel document for my son. And when they did that, I contacted the consulate, and they told me, no, she has to get signatures from both parents.
Right.
And they said, we're not going to do that. They said, are you concerned she might forge your signature? I said, hey, anything's possible. I wasn't even thinking about that. So I was like, well, why is she trying to get a travel document for my son. I said, oh, it sounds like she's trying to skip out the country. Now, the children are already registered on a program in the United States. So if they show up at the border, their names show up at the border, they're going to know they can't cross into the U.S. They're already on that program. That was filed in the on the August 29th with Court of King's Bench. So they have that, and they have the emails for the U.S. consulate in Calgary, because she's a permanent resident. She's not a citizen. So I have so all of that information, the U.S. consulate in Calgary and the U.S. Department of State and the other one out of D.C. pertaining to parental abduction, all of them have this information now.
Okay. Well, like I said, we can certainly do a welfare check on the children, and I'll let the police handle that from there, and they'll be in contact with you. But like I said, they have not been kidnapped, right? But the police will follow up with you. Okay?
As long as as long as I know the children are alive and they're not damaged, they're still getting psychologically damaged anyway, because I haven't seen them since August 7th, and that's clearly that's called parental alienation under. What is it? That Supreme Court decision of Power versus Power.
Well, I'm not going to go through the criminal code with you, okay? But I am going to let you go, and the police will follow up with you, okay?
Accepted for value and consideration with full reservation of my human rights.
You take care then, okay?
Thank you. Oh, yeah, they're guilty. They're guilty. Yes. They don't. Kidnapping and the EPS is involved in that? No. I can see why she's sensitive. I'm making sure the consulate gets this. Oh yeah, this is straight kidnapping. 4 days not in school, and you're not really concerned about, well, I'm like, this is strange. So again, this video is in accord with the UN Charter, the Hague Convention on the abduction of children, the HCCH, which the Canadian courts have to honor, the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, the UN Convention on Genocide, and the Uniform Commercial Code, all rights reserved.